I particularly enjoyed your ultimate comeuppance, which was on the Drag Stars at Sea Cruise during the Michelle Visage roast, where you came out and slayed every bitch in the building. They were gagging.
Yeah, well, I'm a bitch, and you know, and I have a very twisted sense of humor, and I love politically incorrect humor, and so the roast is kind of a perfect situation for it. And I don't think people knew that, like.
They didn't know your comedy chops, really, because you didn't get a chance to show them on the show.
No.
You were too busy deflecting people coming for you.
Yeah, it's again, you know, it's the New York training. New York drag in for a long time, you know. You had to go. You would go on stage by yourself for an hour and a half. You know, you go to Barracuda and you see Shasta or Candis or whatever, and then eventually it became my turn, and I, you know, would have to go on that stage for an hour and a half by myself without a costume change, without backup dancers, just a microphone and whatever the hell you could think up. And that training, I mean, I feel lucky for it every day that's where I learned how to do drag.
The Barracuda School of Drag Queen training, there is nothing better. No. You have to learn how to deal with everything in a tiny space. Yeah. And it's you and the microphone.
There's no dressing room. If you want to get changed downstairs in the basement, you know, next to the bathroom that's leaking, and like the sound system doesn't really work, and you got to kind of just go with it. Barracuda's like is such like the quintessential New York drag bar. And I think created a lot of drag superstars before there was Drag Race.
Yeah, that's where they all were.
Oh, well, that's what's so funny is that, you know, I was just talking with Acid Betty about this last week, where we started doing drag in a different time before there was Drag Race. Before there was that pressure to be a certain way, to apply your drag character to get onto said TV show. The goal was to get a gig at Barracuda. Yeah, that was it. You were like, I want to be a Barracuda girl. You want that ad. You want that show. That was it. Yeah. It was such a different time frame, and the pressure to be a certain something was so different, and it allowed me and a lot of girls to really build our chops, and I feel lucky every day because I know I can go out on stage and just give me a microphone. I'll talk for an hour.
You can do it.
Let's do it. You know, like it's like you gotta be well rounded.